I'm delighted that we've been able to talk so much because it means that we are making headway on this topic. You were just texting me this morning about some of the developments that we've seen, the negative developments about public schools and teachers unions versus what we're seeing parents choose to do in regards to homeschooling and how our elected officials are responding. Lay it out for us.
Yeah, I mean, families are figuring out that the school system isn't really helping them right now. I mean, we're seeing unions all across the United States fighting really hard to prevent schools from reopening in person. My latest analysis on this found that school districts in states with stronger teachers unions are much less likely to reopen in person this fall. So families are saying, you know what, I'm going to do the homeschool thing. And there's the latest polling on this came out of Gallup, and they found that homeschooling is expected to double from 5 to 10% this school year, and that there might be a huge exodus from the government-run school system. They estimate that the percentage from the public school system will decrease 7 percentage points this year, which equates to around 3.5 million fewer students in the government-run school system.
Which is, as someone who was homeschooled from kindergarten through high school, I can tell you that that number is absolutely unfathomable. That's an enormous number of people that are not only leaving the public school system, but choosing to homeschool even over private schools or co-ops or what else have you. Elected officials, especially Republicans, are also finally, after a year of us talking about this, are finally catching on to all of the different reasons why school choice is a good thing. It's a good thing politically. It's a good thing for parents. It's a good thing for inner city kids who may have otherwise been trapped in failing public schools based just on their zip code. They've introduced, finally, a bill to get this done.
Yeah, there's bipartisan support in the House version of the School Choice Now Act. So there's Republicans and Democrats that came together and introduced this bill, but it's essentially a tax credit scholarship type of program that would allow up to $5 billion a year through federal tax credit scholarships, and each state can individually opt in to use this program. Tim Scott in the Senate also introduced the School Choice Now Act, the Senate version of the bill as well. So we have a couple bills floating around. Then we also have the Rand Paul School Act, which would reallocate nearly all existing federal education funding for K through 12 students from buildings to individual students. And what you said is absolutely true, that school choice is a winning issue because it's an equalizer as well. That rich people already have school choice when it comes to K through 12 education. They can already afford to send their kids to private school with out-of-pocket expenses, and they're most likely to be able to afford to live near the best government-run schools in the country. So school choice disproportionately benefits the least advantaged, and so this shouldn't be a partisan issue. Everybody should be behind it.